Holoscenes is really, at its core, a collision of the human body and a large volume of water that moves. And it's a metaphor and it's an open piece. You can see it's a transparent piece, it's a reflective piece, it's an outdoor public piece. So it transforms to become a little bit about what the site that it's in lends to it. And in Miami's case, I think the piece brings up sea level rise and climate change quite a bit. And Florida actually is perhaps the most vulnerable state in the near term to the effects of climate change. Individual performers are inside the aquarium performing everyday behaviors that we gathered from people around the world. This person's reading a newspaper and drinking a cup of coffee in a park. Somebody else is coiling a garden hose, somebody else makes a bed, somebody else sells fruit in the market, somebody else cleans the windows in their house. And as those people perform those behaviors, the water comes up and down continuously at different speeds. Sometimes it stops in one place, sometimes it doesn't. The performers don't know what's going to happen, and they don't react with crisis. They just adapt their behavior to the changing environment. Well, I think this piece is really part of it's part of a movement. There's a huge shift in consciousness about climate issues. I think there's also a shift afoot in this country about the role of arts and creativity in public life. So and I think those two things are connected. And rather than having climate conversations exclusively amidst scientists and exclusively in newspapers involving world leaders and exclusively focusing on massive disasters that may or may not be attributable to climate change, I want, rather than reacting to a crisis or reacting to politicians not reacting to a crisis, I wanted to create a spectacle that gathers people from all walks of life in public space, in a place where it's relevant, and have those people talk to each other and ask questions about what's it about, and hear the conversations that happen amongst the crowd.